Hello. Thank you guys so much for coming to this video. I really appreciate it. This is going to be the Catalyst voting guide video. What is that? It's Cardano's Voltaire. One of the best things about Cardano is the fact that you can use your ADA to vote. So how do you do it? What's going on? What are these funds? What are the challenges? What can we vote on? All of this information, all of your questions are going to be answered in this video right here today. So if you have any more questions, feel free to join our Discord server down below and we'll help you out. You can also comment down below. I would appreciate if you commented because we have to push this video out there, right? We need you to vote and share this video so everybody in the Cardano community can vote. So to do that, please just click that like button, click the notification bell and click all, comment down below and share this to your buddy, your Cardano buddy that needs to vote. So all of the details that you guys need to vote, how to register to vote, what's going on, all the funds in this video. But first, before we jump into it, if you guys want to support my channel, the best way you can do so is by delegating to Bloom. We have Bloom through Bloom 6. We were actually the 8th ever block minted on the Cardano blockchain. We've been here from the beginning and we'll be here till your end. So let's jump into this video today. Also, can't forget, I also host stake pools for people. So if you want to create your own stake pool, and you don't really have the technical know-how to do it, I provide consultations and I can also run the pool for you. So email me at peyton@bloompool.io for more information on that. But let's see the second ever vote in the Cardano ecosystem. I'm excited.
Should be able to serve that entire set. So Fund 4 is extremely exciting. And the fact that now we've reached $1 million of value, that's a milestone. And it will seem small in short order, but it's quite significant if you really think about it. My first venture in the cryptocurrency space had half that funding, $500,000. And it allowed me to bootstrap a career that has just been wild. And given that twice as much is available, and in just 6 to 8 weeks, another fund will be going, and it'll even be more sophisticated, likely with more and more challenge problems. This is really the beginning of something I think is going to grow exponentially. And it's going to fundamentally transform venture capital. It's going to fundamentally transform growth in our entire industry. And if we really get it right, it's a reusable model for every single token issued on Cardano. A lot of people don't know this, but our native asset standard is built in a very special way that the native assets are treated as first-class citizens as ADA. So next week, February 24th, we're going to go ahead and initiate the Hard Fork Combinator event to upgrade Cardano to support native assets. We call this the Merry HFC event. What that means is now Cardano is going from a single asset system to a multi-asset system, and you, the community, get to issue your own tokens. I expect to see Catalyst flooded with lots of crazy, cool, interesting token ideas. Maybe somebody wants to build a Pokemon NFT competitor. I might even pitch an idea. I've been thinking a lot about AI and NFT, and I might do a special whiteboard video on it just because you guys love that so much. And here's the thing, those tokens that you issue, all the things that ADA does, they will do.
That's pretty crazy, isn't it? The idea that this governance system that we're building on top of Cardano that you are going to have a part in by voting, that I'm going to have a part in, is actually setting the standard for the future, because all of these new assets that are coming to Cardano can essentially use the governance structure and what we've learned to build their own treasury systems and their own governance systems. I actually did a podcast. I uploaded it yesterday. If you haven't seen it, it's, in my opinion, the best podcast I've ever done. I'm really proud of it. So thank you, Ben, for coming on. But make sure you guys check that out. It'll be a link down below. It's about Ben Goertzel from SingularityNet. And the reason I'm saying this is because they're actually doing that with SingularityNet. They're taking their token, they're minting new tokens, AGI, on top of the blockchain, and they're building their own governance system on top of Cardano using Project Catalyst and using what we've learned to then fund decentralized AI products. That's insane. It's absolutely insane. Make sure you guys check out that podcast. I'm really excited for Ben to come, but that just shows you kind of the groundwork that we're making here, right? And that's why it's so important that you like this video and share it to get this out to more people. I'm just kidding. We just need more people to participate in this. I want more people to have thoughts on this. I want people to see the importance of Project Catalyst and the importance of what you can do, right? I mean, there's only like 10,000 of us right now. So think about, and not all of them participate. So think about all of the help that you could provide to this community by participating in this, by keeping educated, and by, at minimum, just using your ADA to vote on the future proposers and the future ideas that we'll build on top of the Cardano blockchain. So we are entering the voting phase for Project Catalyst's Fund 3, right? So the way this works is, if you're new to this, which you probably are, there's so many new people on my channel, we do it in funds, and these funds have cycles, right? Because you have to have people propose ideas for those ideas to be voted on. What they do is they essentially get on there and say, I want to build this DApp or this podcast. I want to provide value to the Cardano blockchain. Here's what I want to do. Here's how much money I need. But there has to be people that review that, people that comment on that, people that critique that, right? So it's all in phases. It starts off with, okay, Fund 3 starts, and then you're allowed to submit ideas. And then after that, people propose them, and then people give them a rating. And then finally, the ADA holders can register to vote. And that's where we're at right now in Fund 3. So what you guys need to do is register to vote using your ADA. And we're going to be going over how to do that, all the details that you need in this video. So don't stress about it. Don't worry. You're going to get all that information here. But Fund 4 is about to start, right? So like I said, this is in 6-week cycles, and there's a lot of money up, but I want to give you guys all the details. So big shout out to Danny CryptoFay. He takes a lot of this information and sums it up in a Twitter thread. So follow him on Twitter. Also follow me on Twitter, BigPayYT. Post a lot of good stuff there. So Fund 3 voter registration starts. This is very important. So you guys have a timeline on this until March 3rd. It's not too bad. And it's at 7 p.m. UTC, right? And then an issue though, there's no hardware wallet support. So if you store your ADA in a hardware wallet because you're smart, then you can't vote. I'm really sorry about that. I'm hoping it's going to be added in the next fund. And if it is, I'll include that in a video. There are some backwards ways to get around that, but I'm not going to go over that in this video. I may in the future, but you essentially have to take your ADA off the hardware wallet, send it to a regular wallet before this snapshot day at 7 p.m. UTC, and then you can vote with the ADA in the hardware wallet. But that's not really a good idea, right? I mean, it's not high, it's risky if you don't know what you're doing, so I'm not going to recommend that, but there is an option to do that if you want to. So more information, right? Because there's an amount of ADA you need to vote. We have to know what's going on. We want to see these dates. And I also want to go over their goals, right? Because this is kind of like, it's an idea thing. We all have to push certain ideologies and what we want from this, right? So that's what they're doing. So our goal, emancipation, how? Legitimacy, right? Voter participation, impact, decentralization, distributed infrastructure, innovation, leadership, autonomy, CC challenges, private voting, defunding, and then state of mind, meaningful participation. So that's what I'm asking you guys to do, is I'm asking for meaningful participation. I'm trying to do my part. I'm trying to educate you guys because I want you to participate in Project Catalyst, because the more of us that do, the more of us that add value, the more that we'll accomplish with this, and we're gonna make a pretty big hit on the world with this stuff, man. I'm telling you guys, this is pretty ridiculous what's going on. I mean, there's $250 million almost that can be funding blockchain projects. I mean, on top of Cardano. I mean, it's absolutely insane. So Catalyst adoption, where are we? Where do we want to go? So right now we're at $500,000 in this, and we want to be at $15 million per fund, which is pretty crazy. We're at 8,000 members. We want to be at 20,000. We want 50% voter participation. Right now we're only at 2%. This is why I need you guys, right? And we want 1,800 unique voters, right? And we want 1,000 proposers. These are the people that submit ideas. We want 1,000 community advisors. These are the people that I talked about earlier that rate these proposals. And then we want 500 referrers. These are the people that refer people to Project Catalyst. And I'll have a link for that down below so you guys can actually use my link to refer. And then we want 5,000 people during the town halls. I'll have a link to the previous town hall. They do the town halls every week. It's just a way to get all of the Project Catalyst information. Another way to do that is also click the notification bell in this video and click all. I'll be releasing videos for this stuff when you guys need it. I really am trying to do my part here. So this is just kind of like the difference between a regular company. It's hardly pivot. Explore and exploit doesn't work. Slow to hire, risky to fire, slow to build consensus, versus Catalyst funds, it's experiments, like hundreds of experiments a year. Crowds can explore without cuffs, mobilize thousands in a week, and no need for consensus. Results speak. So what that's saying is it's essentially trying a bunch of stuff. We're going to fund a bunch of projects, and some of them may not work. Some of them may not provide the value that we need them to or we want them to, but it's okay. Because we're trying things, we're learning, and we're building on top of this. We're building this infrastructure that's really going to have a big impact in the world, in my opinion. So why should you participate? We've kind of already gone over this. Learn and grow, build reputation, make a living / supplement the income that you love, because you are going to be paid to vote. You are going to be paid to be a part of this, and what you're doing by participating in this will actively influence the price of ADA. right? I mean, if people are providing value to the blockchain because of the decisions that you made with your vote, or the value that you provided, or the introspection that you provided, then think about it. You're going to influence the future of Cardano, right? It's really important. I know I'm speaking like in like, oh, magical terms, but I'm serious, I really am. So why vote? So there's 500K going out. We already mentioned that. And then we want 50% participation. And then the voter reward is 70K, so 70,000 USD worth of ADA. That's a lot of ADA. So you guys are going to be paid to vote. So please do so. So Fund 3 voter registration, 2 weeks to complete registration. So that's the 3rd we mentioned earlier. But you need 3,000 ADA to participate in the vote. So I'm sorry if you don't have that. It's probably going to be lower down, especially as the price of ADA comes up. But I wanted to tell you guys that you have to have 3,000 ADA to vote. So snapshot via Daedalus in Yoroi, and this is the new Daedalus is 3.3.0, and you can actually vote in Daedalus and Yoroi now, but I'm going to be doing that later in this video to show you how to do it. And there's also a guide for stake pool operators on how to vote. So key takeaways, only use our official links, but all the links that I'll have down below, you guys can trust me, I promise. I'm not going to do anything slimy. Those will all work for you. And then later in this video, we're going to be going over this, like memorize your PIN code, download and back up the QR code. Yeah, we're going to be going over all of that later. So then let's talk about Fund 4 a little bit before I actually show you guys how to participate in this, right? So $1,000 in this vote, right? And so there's 130K for voter incentives. So that money is going to go out to voters. So it's going to be a lot more. So 50K for advisor incentives and 20K for referrer incentives, right? So that's people that refer people to Project Catalyst. I think that means people like me. So maybe I'll get a chunk of change for this. Who knows? I'm not too worried about it. I just want to kind of give back. Everything is going great, so it's not really where my mind's at right now. So I didn't even know that was a thing until I just read it live. So that's pretty cool that they're doing that, and it's pretty smart, by incentivizing people to refer people. Then that's really going to get that more. But I might not even include that link down below unless it's something simple. So special challenge announced by Cardano. This is the Cardano Foundation, but on Twitter they're stifting. I think that's it's their language. So local community centers. They want to set up local community centers. How can we mobilize the community to solve local problems using Cardano through local community center models supported by CF? There's 50,000. I like that he put a purse there. That's funny. And then I actually had a little bit of a part in this. So Fund 6 challenge setting. What challenges should the community consider in Fund 6? And this is around $400,000. So the community is actually going to pick this challenge, which is pretty cool. And then you can also join the Project Catalyst. They're looking for a product owner. So you guys can apply for that there. I'll link this tweet thread down below so you guys can get all these links. And then this is the document for the Fund 3 innovation phase. I'm going to link this down below. That's important. And then finally, all of these links right here. The Discord, the idea scale. The idea scale is where you actually do that. Telegram announcements, Telegram group. But all the main links are going to be down below in the description. But yeah, let's jump into the video. Let's see. How are we going to register to vote? I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Comment I'm excited down below if you are. Plus, we got to pump this video anyway. You guys better have said something by now. Lion's mane, something? I don't know. Just comment. More people have to vote. So the voting actually happens on mobile, but you use your wallet either in Yoroi or Daedalus, and Daedalus and Yoroi are very similar. I'm going to be using Yoroi in this video, but in Daedalus it's the same thing, and I'll be showing you guys how to do that, so don't worry. This is the only video you need. But first, we're going to get on our mobile phone, right? So whether you have Apple or Android, and we're going to be downloading Project Catalyst. So you're going to pull up right here, and then you can see I got my little phone screen right there. We're going to go to the App Store, and then from the App Store, we're going to type in Project Catalyst. And then, right there, enable. And we're going to update it because I already had it before from the last vote, but you guys may not. So this is going to be in the App Store or the Google Play Store. We're going to wait on this to download. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open it up. Awesome. So now we got this set up. So now we can start the registration process. All right, so now let's actually take the time to register to vote. So I'm going to be doing this in Yoroi, and I'm actually going to be doing this in the Yoroi extension. I don't think you can do this on mobile. Maybe you can, but if you have a browser, a Google Chrome, Firefox, all you need to do is search Yoroi-wallet. and then you can download that to your extension, and then you can recover your Daedalus wallet over there using the same recovery phrase that you use, or your mobile, your Roy wallet, using the same recovery phrase. You can actually just recover that in the browser and do it exactly as I am here. But if you're not, if you're on Daedalus, there's just going to be this little left side. I guess it'll be on this side for you guys. It'll be like right here. And there'll be a little button. So you click that and it'll take you to the voting center. And when you're in the voting center, you're going to be doing the same exact thing that we're doing right here in your Roy, right? So you can do this with multiple wallets, and I'm going to explain to you guys how to do that. So say you have multiple wallets with 3,000 ADA in them. There is a way to do that. It's a little bit janky, but I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So first things first, you want to write down this PIN, right? So if you have multiple wallets, I would definitely label them. So for me, I'm going to call this wallet my consultation wallet, right? So we're going to label this consultation, and then we're going to write down that PIN, right? So for me, it is 4982. Beautiful. And then we're going to go ahead and confirm that PIN. Beautiful. So now we're going to actually type in the spending password for the wallet, because we have to complete a transaction here. And I know your first thought is, oh, how much is that going to cost? It's going to cost probably about 15 cents, depending on the price of ADA at the time of this video. But it's going to be about 0.17 to 0.22 ADA. That is usually what it sits at. So go ahead and type that password in. Okay, and then the amount, you're obviously spending at 0, and then we're going to go ahead and type in that spending password once again. You guys can't see my keyboard, can you? No, you can't. Slimy dogs. Okay, so this is the part that you do need to take a screenshot of, right? So for me, I have this hidden here, but each time you want to vote, let's say you have multiple wallets, you're going to have that PIN and that screenshot of that QR code saved. So what you can do on Windows is you can press Windows, Shift, and S to take a little screenshot and save that to a file. Another thing you can do is maybe take a picture on your phone. Just make sure you have this saved, because when it comes time to vote, you're actually going to have to use this, right? And actually, when it comes to how to vote, I'm going to make another video on actually the voting process. But what I'm telling you right now is make sure you have this PIN written down, and with it, a screenshot of this QR code so you can use it, right? And I mean, that's it. That's voting. So make sure you have the PIN for each wallet, the QR code for each wallet, them all labeled pretty and correct, and then you're good to go. It's the same thing on Daedalus. You just got to submit that transaction, make sure you're registered before that date, and then you're good to go. That's the video today, guys. If you enjoyed it, please comment Project Catalyst down below, or Voltaire, something cool. More comments. Pump this video, please. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. A lot of great stuff coming soon. Charles is coming on the podcast next week. The Cardano aura is back, bitches. It's back. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Let's change the world with this voting stuff. We can all do our small part.